E aí galera, estamos de volta aqui no Call of Juarez para continuar nossa gameplay. Já deixa seu like aí logo de início, isso ajuda bastante. Se não for inscrito, seja muito bem-vindo, se inscreva, ative as notificações e simbora lá. Silas afirma que passou a caçar recompensas para financiar sua busca pelo último assassino, Roscoe Bob Bryant. Roscoe, quer dizer.
To the very same saloon we're sitting in today. Look around and imagine this place painted in blood. Hardin was waiting for me, and... Wait, I'm jumping the gun here. Let me back up and give you some background on this sumbitch. He deserves that much. Don't you think so, Ben? John Wesley Hardin was a killer. By the end, he confessed to taking the lives of 42 men. Fathers and husbands, brothers and sons, men with families who cared about them. He was a bona fide folk hero by then, and had amassed a gang of armed miscreants and other assorted thugs. He and his men set up camp outside of town, and I was hoping Bob was among them.
Shit, it's cold out here. I'm freezing my giblets off. Ain't right. Oh, damn it! Shoot that son of a bitch!
They didn't ask why I was there. They knew. As most of them were wanted as well. I figured Hardin was here somewhere, but to get to him, I'd have to get past his gun hands. And that was easier said than done, as most of them were as foolish and full of bravado as I was. I had to spill a lot of blood to find out Hardin wasn't in that camp. He was carousing in town with his closest friends. Hardin's boys apparently didn't want me to reach the Bull's Head. Some were hightailing it into town to inform their jefe of my unwelcome presence.
You can't hide from me! Do I have to do everything? Stop that sumbitch! Let the boys know we got another law dog.
Tô vindo aqui de cima.
I wondered if Bob was among them.
Vamos seguir nossa busca.
And I steeled myself for the fight ahead. For as good as I was, deep down I wondered if John Wesley wasn't just a little bit better. Before I could test my mettle against Hardin, however, I would first need to dispatch his cadre of hired killers. Most of these degenerates were beyond redemption, but John Wesley might have been a different story.
Armas flamejantes, caçador. Recarregamento rápido da espingarda. Recarregue sua espingarda num piscar de olhos. Colocar 2 cartuchos ao mesmo tempo. Isso aqui é bom, hein?
I didn't learn until later that that night was in fact his birthday celebration.
Cara, esse é cachorro.
I think I already mentioned that I found Hardin in this very saloon. Suffice it to say, nobody there was happy to see me. In fact, I felt a certain hostility.
Só o nariz.
I was disappointed that neither Bob nor John Wesley were among the dead. But that was short-lived, as a moment later I was facing down the fastest gun in the West.
Agora eu me lasquei, porque o cara é rápido, mano. Tem que ser mais rápido que ele.
I felt a bolt of adrenaline, or maybe that was fear. He was well known for his tricks, and I knew I'd need my own if I was ever to defeat him.
Puxa, puxa, puxa. Vai. Use a ID para esquivar. mano. Ele parou de atirar.
No, wait. He didn't hit me then. I'm sure of it.
Ih, minha velocidade tá baixa.
That man was faster than greased lightning. But being inebriated as he was, he didn't count his shots. And now, he was at my mercy.
O que aconteceu aqui?
So he didn't die?
No, I sent him to prison. Years later, after he was free, some restless Avenger took his life. Shot him in the back at a saloon just like this one. Anybody up for another beer? Ben?
Que merda.
Thank you, darling. Yeah, some say revenge is a dish best served cold.
So whatever happened to that Bob guy you were after?
Personally, I'd like to hear some of your other adventures. Like, I don't know, do you ever go toe-to-toe with a red man?
Virei Wolf.
Yes, I did, Ben. I remember once I was after this renegade Apache, Grey Wolf. Strangely enough, revenge was also his primary motivation.
Silas Graves perseguiu fora da lei perigosos como John Wesley Harding com a esperança de que o levasse diretamente ao Brian.
A bounty was put on Grey Wolf's head, and that's how I came to hunt him in the mountains. Mountains so high they tickled the nether regions of heaven.
E agora a gente vai atrás do índio, velho.
Grey Wolf was a Chiricahua Apache medicine man who had led a war party in revenge for a massacre against his people. The U.S. Army had attacked his tribe during his daughter's sacred sunrise ceremony, and the slaughter was unspeakable. I understood his anger, as there's nothing more traumatic than seeing those you love die in a cruel and painful death. Right from the beginning, I couldn't shake the feeling that Grey Wolf was watching my every move. He led a band of young Apache warriors who wanted retribution and were more than willing to die for him.
Vamos lá, né? Atrás de uma Apache.
They saw me before I saw them. And it crossed my mind that maybe this wasn't such a good idea. But now that the shooting had started, there was no backing down.
Caraca, índio que só bexiga, mano. Meu irmão, não tava vendo esses tiros aí. Os de tudo camuflado. Nem vi de onde veio.
They saw me before I saw them.
Droga. Ih, mano, deu certo o jogo lá? Deu não, Júnior. Tive que pedir reembolso. Não tava vindo o código de ativação pra mim, não. Não sei que bexiga foi que teve com a minha Ubisoft que não tava chegando o código, não. Ele não tava ativando o jogo. Aí eu pedi o reembolso, peguei o Just Cause 13, que tava de 6 contos na Steam. Aí tô com 20 contos
They
lá na minha
saw me
carteira.
before I saw them.
Infelizmente não deu certo. Beleza, mano, pode fazer o que você quiser com esse dinheiro aí, não precisa me devolver ele não, ele é seu. Eu comprei o Just Cause, mano, ele tava R$6 na... Acho que ainda tá R$6 na Steam.
It was rugged country, the winter home of the Chiricahuas, and that's why they had retreated there.
Essa parte é coisa brava, mano. Meu computador ainda não chegou, então eu nem sei se o meu vai funcionar ou não. Quando chegar você vê, mano. Agora o meu eu abri ele, só que tava pedindo a chave de ativação, porém não
I
tava.
admit to having some regrets about going after them the way I did,
A Steam,
but then again,
basicamente era pra ele ativar. Assim que eu abrisse ele pela Ubisoft Connect, já era pra ele ativar automaticamente. Só que não tava ativando. A mesma coisa foi o Assassin's Creed Rogue. Aí eu tive que pedir meu reembolso e comprar outro jogo. Mas tá bom. Depois eu faço outra conta da Ubisoft e compro ele. Não tem que insistir, hein, velho? Mas tá bom, pelo menos tem o jogo, né? Ai. E sobrou... Vamos comprar outro. Sim, mano. Sobrou 20 conto ainda. 20,55. Foi R$6.
not at that moment, but I did find the entrance to their hideout.
Joguei ponto pra atirar pelas costas do cara. Sério? Ai, que tá me sentindo?
A deep crevice that led to a deeper cave.
Don't tell me you went in there.
Yeah, but it's not out of bravery so much as pure, angry cussedness.
É, eu queria pegar ele. Aquele jogo do robô. Lab 2. Qual? Tô por fora desse jogo aí que você tá falando. Vai pra cá, né? Eu queria... Eu queria pegar o jogo da robô lá, 2B, né? Mas ele tá muito caro. Da geladeira, ou da geladeira, mas tá caro também, esperar uma promoção. A promoção de férias acabou muito rápido esse ano.
See, back then, I had a stubborn streak a mile wide, and I wasn't about to back down.
So it was like pitch black in there?
Actually, it was pretty well lit, as they had torches on the walls.
A próxima promoção é quando mesmo... Cara, agora eu nem sei. Acho que vai ter a de primavera, eu acho. Se eu não estiver enganado. É porque tem a das de férias. Acho que depois é a de primavera, sei lá. Os apaches são bravos, velho. Tu é doido. Lobo Cinzento, a história não se lembra de nenhum grande líder indígena chamado Lobo Cinzento. Existia um chefe com esse nome, mas ele também era oficial do exército dos Estados Unidos. George Crook conseguiu sua fama servindo durante a Guerra Civil e as guerras indígenas. Ele lutou contra os Paiutes, Décotas e Apaches liderados por Jerônimo. Este, como sinal de respeito por Croc, apelidou de Nathan Lupan, que significa Lobo Cinzento. Croc ficou enfurecido quando os Apaches Chiricachuas, que serviram fielmente ao exército, foram encarregados junto dos rebeldes de Jerônimo. Brock enviou vários apelos para Washington, mas como era desesperado, o governo norte-americano na época não recebeu nenhuma resposta. Se arrombou, não é isso? A promoção de primavera da Steam 2005, data 29 de setembro a 6 de outubro. Pronto, aí vai começar de primavera. Aí tem que aproveitar para pegar os joguinhos, né? Se tiverem mais baratos. Falar que tem que ir, né?
How big was his cave?
Big as hell, Ben. Chiricahua had hid out there during the Indian War.
Vai pegar o jogo da geladeira. E se ele estiver na promoção, né? Será que ele vai estar nessa promoção de inverno?
They thought it was haunted with the ghosts of those murdered by the horse soldiers.
The cave was haunted with dead Indian ghosts?
To be honest, I was more concerned with the live ones than the dead ones.
Ih, mano, eu não tenho boas lembranças dessa caverna aqui não. Se eu não me engano, esse boss ele é chatinho de derrotar também.
come you know so much about engines?
A few years back, I was married to two mescalero women.
At the same time?
Yeah, they were sisters. Polygyny is traditional among the mescalero.
So what happened?
Oh, I had to get out of there. Those girls never shut up. Both of them nagging at me all the time. Drove me half crazy. Haven't seen them since.
No, I mean, what happened with Grey Wolf?
Oh, well, I pursued him into the Cave of Death.
Vamos lá. Detector de pepitas. Oferece dicas sobre as pepitas da verdade. Não. Recarregamento rápido de rifle. Recarregue seu rifle no piscar de olhos. Inserir a munição pela parte de baixo de seu rifle diminui 60% do tempo de recarga. Vamos pegar. Quanto mais rápido recarregar o rifle, melhor. Agora aqui vai ser treta, mano. Deixa eu ver se é essa parte aqui que tem boss.
I came upon this flooded grotto, and that's when I saw him. He came to me unarmed and unafraid. His voice echoed in the shadows, and I sensed he meant me no harm.
You carry great darkness in your heart, and if you do not release it, it will claim your soul.
The sound of his voice put some kind of ancient Indian spell on me.
Pronto, vai ficar drogado.
As his story unfolded in my mind,
You will come to this place again and kill many more men, and the darkness will grow until it consumes everything that you are. The soul will have no rainbow, the eye have no tears.
he said I was a great warrior, a coyote man, unequaled by any other pale-faced warrior, or something like that.
The snakes will bite shadows of your past until a venom poisons your heart, and an echo of the song of the dead summons the spirits deep from within the mountains.
I didn't quite get what he was saying, but there was definitely snakes. And indeed, his warriors surrounded me and attacked me like hungry wolverines. They couldn't stop me, though, and Grey Wolf wasn't in the mood for idle talk.
De da onde?
I swear I couldn't see any way out of this trap. But suddenly, one just appeared. Kind of like a miracle.
Auxilia a caverna enquanto o lobo cinzento.
I felt like I would be lost in that damn cave forever. Finally, I found myself back outside, perched on the edge of a precipice, overlooking a thundering whitewater river. To get where I was going required several leaps of faith, but no way in hell I was turning back. I chased after him, determined to make him explain the meaning of all that mumbo-jumbo.
Eu esqueci de correr rápido e pular. Quando o cara é bom, só ele se mata, né?
I chased after him, determined to make him explain the meaning of all that mumbo-jumbo.
Mumbo-jumbo's right. Are you making this all up as you go?
A few details may be fuzzy, brother, but I am relating exactly what happened to me. There were dozens of Apache warriors aiming at me from on high.
Dozens?
Well, maybe not dozens, but there was a lot of them.
At least 3 or 4.
Well, more than that, little
Você
lady.
tem a moral de parar, alarme um pouquinho e comprar o descalço desse pra mim, eu vou mandar o dinheiro pra você. Deixa eu finalizar, Júnior. Deixa eu finalizar lá aí. Eu não vou fazer uma horinha só. Daqui a pouco eu tô finalizando. É melhor.
I had a steep climb up creek ahead of me and scrambled up those rocks like a mountain goat. I was determined to locate Grey Wolf and find out exactly what the hell he was trying to tell me. And wouldn't you know it, that crafty son of a bitch led me right into a trap.
What kind of trap?
Well, son, there had to be at least 100 Apaches surrounding me.
100?
God be my witness.
Oh, come on. Who you kidding?
Hey, I believe you. Come on, tell us how it ended.
All right, but I'm not gonna drag this out. Where were we?
You were surrounded by 100 Apache warriors.
Logo que a gente fica sem conversa no final. É bom que a gente até conversa um pouco no final. Vou ficar assistindo. Pronto, beleza, mano.
Well, I didn't take the time to count them exactly, but there were a lot of them.
Esses índios é chato pra caralho, mano. Onde? Tô comprando esses jogos bons e longos pra ter conteúdo pro canal quando eu voltar. Isso aí, mano. Você já tem que deixar já tudo organizado, pô. Me inserindo de mal. Cadê ele? Tem alguém atirando. Mas não sei da onde. Cadê? Tem um índio atirando agora. Aonde não sabe. Emboscada, mas cadê o outro índio? Eu não tô vendo ele. Será que o jogo bugou, velho? Tomei um tiro, agora dá um. Safado se estiver vendo esse índio, velho. Ah, o safado ali.
And in the end, a path appeared before me that I had not seen before.
E aí vai ficar só no terror psicológico ou vai aparecer? Escondidinho,
I
o
followed
cara
it
tá
as I
lá.
desperately needed to find out what Grey Wolf was trying to tell me. but it was like that son of a bitch disappeared into thin air. Never did find him. And never did collect my goddamn bounty. Thank you, darling. It's interesting how the truth can sometimes seem, might malleable, depending upon your point of view.
Like how those dime novels make you out to be something you're not?
Jack, don't be starting trouble.
No, he's right. They do tend to exaggerate.
Did they exaggerate your part in taking down the Daltons?
Well, I was there in the flesh, boy, so I saw what happened firsthand.
Ih, velho, esse episódio é o mais difícil. Dalton Brothers.
Those Daltons were lawmen once, before they all went bad, robbing banks and trains clear across the territory. Until Coffeeville, of course. I was one of the citizens who took up arms that day.
Fighting on the side of the right?
I did my best, sir. We all did.
Lobo cinzento, o curandeiro Apache ofereceu as filhas um aviso misterioso, alertando para que não bebesse o veneno da amargura e do ódio. Esse é o último...
It was early morning. One of my friends was a local gunsmith, and he handed out firearms to anybody who'd take one. You see, the Daltons got it in their heads to rob two banks at the same time. Two banks on the same damn street.
Esse último episódio, ele é difícil pra caramba. Armas flamejantes, pistoleiro, recarregamento rápido de revólver. Vamos pegar. Esse jogo parece ser um pouco antigo quando lançou. Cara, eu não sei assim a data exata desse jogo, mas ele é antigo mesmo. É da Ubisoft ainda por cima.
Story was Bob Dalton's girl was always riding him about how he had no ambition. Oh, you're nobody next to Jesse James, she'd say. Finally, the bastard took his brothers to Coffeeville just to shut her up.
Right. It's always the woman's fault.
Well, the locals recognized the Daltons right off. Before they could get away, half the town took up arms to defend their property. Their first mistake was pulling a job in their own damn hometown.
Put some holes in them!
Ubisoft, aí você quebra minhas pernas. Joguinho bom pra esse joguinho aqui da Ubisoft, só que nunca mais fizeram nenhum jogo dessa franquia.
The brothers paid dearly for their stupidity, but everybody knows they had it coming.
There's more to it than that. I read all about that day, so I know for a fact that it went down very differently. First of all, it was high noon. A posse of U.S. deputy marshals were on the rooftop across the street.
Get ready, boys. They're gonna make a move.
The lawmen had been tracking the Daltons for months, and now they finally had them dead to rights. Among them was a bounty hunter feared by many a lawbreaker. This man had no intention of letting the Daltons slip away. The marshals tried to get the Daltons to surrender.
They'll give up eventually. We just gotta wait the son of a bitches out.
This bounty hunter knew that the brothers were far too proud to ever lay down their guns. So he went in there alone to confront those criminals.
Agora posso descer.
One of the marshals shouted, "Where are you going? Are you crazy?"
Hey, where do you think you're going, dumbass? That rifle's mine.
But he paid him no mind. He saw a way to get around to the back of the bank.
Aquela coisa tinha o futuro, né? mas nunca mais lançaram. É aquela coisa, tinha futuro, mas nunca mais lançaram. Então, né, mano? Ah, não é pra vir pra cá agora não. Vai que eu me adiantei. Ah, tá. Tem que vir por trás aqui.
Then he figured out how to hit the Daltons from a direction they weren't expecting. From above. Fortunately, a water tower was right there. A moment later, he was climbing up a steep ladder, laughing at danger as he did. It was brave men like him who risked their lives to tame this wild country.
We've got company.
Heroic men like him, who did what other men couldn't or wouldn't to make this country free. Like Jim Bowie and Davy Crockett, who died defending the Alamo.
Is that Silas Greaves? Son of a bitch! Make you
Silas Greaves, o oco do mundo. Na chapecinha. Na chapecinha.
rule the day.
Ele tá carregando bem mais rápido, né? Tô sentindo a diferença.
Over there! That's Silas Greaves! What the hell?
Blam! Blam! He came away victorious, taking down those thieving Daltons. His name is Silas Greaves, and when the dust finally settled, he was the last man standing.
Ah, não.
Sorry, kid, but that just wasn't the way it happened.
Lá não é jogar, não. Todo mundo
It was early evening, not high noon. I was late to the party and Coffeeville was already up in arms. The Daltons blew up a safe and were all set to hightail it out of there. Those pathetic deputies surrounding the bank were dropping like flies.
Líder, o amante, o perdedor, irmãos Dalton.
I had been tracking those jokers for months, waiting for them to do something reckless. In for the kill. And finally, they did. Those stupid bastards decided to rob two banks at the same time in the same town where everybody knew them. But they still had friends in Coffeeville.
Shoot, I dare you! You can't get me.
Os caras entraram aqui de novo, foi? vida tá difícil, mas é o meu trabalho. Eu vou ganhar 300 por cada 30 dias de trabalho. Mas... 300 por dia e tá ruim, hein? Que é eu ganhar 300 por dia. Queria eu, Júnior, ganhar 300 conto por dia.
Those friends came after me like a pack of wild dogs, tooth and nail. They were coming at me from all directions. I caught sight of the Daltons running with the money and didn't want to lose them. Problem was, they knew the town better than I did. To top it off, I found myself in the middle of another shootout entirely.
Did the Daltons hole up in somebody's house?
No, it was the Smiths, I believe. They were cousins of the Daltons, and they were shooting at the Browns, who were shooting at the Daltons. Which wasn't any surprise, because those two families have been feuding forever. And since the Joneses are related to the Browns, they shot at the Smiths.
Não, meu salário total é 300 e eu recebo a cada 30 dias. Ah, tá, é 300 por mês, né? Entendi. Mas bom pra mim que eu não tenho que pagar aluguel, eu tenho que pagar nada só pra comprar jogo mesmo. Eu pensei que era 300 por dia, mas é 300 por mês, né? Que doideira.
Pissing off the Heimhoffers, whose daughter recently married a Smith. Well, bullets were flying every which way as all the old feuds in Kansas caught fire all at once. There was a hell of a lot of pissed off people in Coffeyville that day. But that's just the way life is sometimes. Shit happens.
Se fosse 300 por dia, era um favorzinho automático de dinheiro. É um farmzinho, né, mano? Esse é um farmzinho mesmo, 300 por mês. Ou por dia. Eu tô trabalhando pra minha mãe e olha a humilhação, meu Deus. Você tá trabalhando com sua mãe? Ué, parou de editar vídeo e foi, Júnior? Os caras.
The Dalton boys knew I would never give up. Those Daltons weren't the sharpest knives in the drawer, but they always stood together. They set a trap to slow me down and allow at least two of them to escape. The third brother stayed behind to plant me, just in case that trap of theirs didn't work.
Como é que ele teve esse computador? Eu tô pensando em uma renda mais fixa, porque eu percebi que sem o computador eu fico sem renda nenhuma. Entendi, né? Ah, mas tu tem o celular, velho. Eu sei que não dá pra editar do jeito que você edita pelo celular, mas tem o celular, pô. Faz tab, cria tab pra canal, dá dinheiro.
It was Emmett, the youngest, and he decided to stand his ground and face me down.
I ain't afraid of you, Silas Greaves.
This is where it ends for you.
He was determined to protect his brothers. And I understood how he felt. Taking me on all by his lonesome wasn't exactly a recipe for a long life.
You are dead, law dog.
Caraca,
Emmett Dalton survived the
sempre
robbery
sofria
in
nesse cara, consegui
Coffeyville.
matar ele
He's the
primeiro.
only Dalton who did.
They say he was shot 23 times.
Well, Dwight, who do you think put all those damn holes in him?
Mano, eu nunca consegui passar desse cara de primeira, mano. Primeira vez.
But I have to admit, that boy had grit.
Ô Fábio, tem uns caras que eu edito pra eles que eles são muito grandes, eles não querem uma edição de celular. Eu sei, por isso que eu falei. Tem outras formas de ganhar dinheiro com celular. Ao longo dos anos, Silas Graves se tornou um famoso caçador de recompensas, porém sua principal ambição era se vingar de Bob Bryant.
We'll get those suckers.
It took me a couple of days to track the Daltons down.
They can't get away with this.
And in that time, a whole posse of local vigilantes offered to lend a hand.
We'll track
Tá?
them to the
Porra,
ends of the earth.
mosquito chato da
They seemed as determined as me to find those outlaws. But as we headed into those swamps, it was like I had my own private army. There was no way those boys were getting away this time.
Mano, o jogo pode ser antigo, mas envelheceu bem. Olha a água, velho. Eu tava jogando hoje, meu celular fechou o jogo, imaginei editar vídeo. É barril mesmo. O celular é mais pra ganhar dinheiro com coisas simples. Vendendo, fazendo essas coisas, tá vendo? Tem um ponto, né? Vou usar um ponto aqui. Fogo Justiceiro. Contra-ataca depois de usar o pressentimento. Consiga seu último bafo de vingança depois de evitar um tiro letal. Quem o disparou fica marcado para uma execução por tiro na cabeça. E você recebe um pouco de consideração grátis. A não ser que esteja enfrentando um chefão lendário. Esses caras sempre têm alguns truques na manga. Bolsos grandes. Aumenta a capacidade de munição de espingarda e dinamite. Carrega ainda mais munição de espingarda e explosivos. Leve como 70 cartuchos de espingarda e 3 bananas de dinamite. Vou pegar isso aí, mano.
It was early fall, right? Beautiful time of year. At least you had the weather on your side.
Not by my recollection. It was damp and foggy as hell. It was tough to stay on a true course, so we kept an eye out for landmarks.
Essa é abelha. É uma espécie de um pântano, né?
It was autumn. The maple trees were in full color, red as blood. The rains that year were torrential, so the whole area was flooded. The vigilantes had spread out wide, and pretty soon I couldn't see anybody.
Ainda complicou, porque eu não consigo ver o objetivo aqui. Já pensei em jogar o jogo da geladeira, talvez dele de presente pra você, quando eu receber meu primeiro pagamento. Cara, eu só não sei se ele vai rodar no PC, velho. Se tem uma coisa que eu não tenho pena de gastar dinheiro com pessoas que eu gosto. Droga.
Except for some bitches ahead of me wanting to do me harm. So I had to face them alone.
Ô, mano. Vacilei aqui, viu? Quase vou de errar.
I wondered why my compatriots didn't come running when they heard the shots.
Tá atirando em mim, velho?
Come out, you yellow bastard!
Tá vivo ainda? Cachorro. Onde é que eu vou, velho? Acho que deve ser pra cá, né?
So did you find the Daltons?
Not yet, but I did have the questionable pleasure of meeting a few of their friends. The boys had established quite a reputation by that time, so they attracted all manner of riffraff to their cause.
De onde tá vindo? Mesmo é tiro que sobe bexiga num lugarzinho desse.
One sorry son of a bitch! I can't hear you!
Eu gosto mais dessa pistola, não sei porquê. Ah, mano, tem um cara aqui. Matei. Esse cara amarra a TNT na cintura, levar um tiro ali já era.
Point being, I was under serious attack. And my reinforcements was nowhere to be seen.
I think he's scared!
É que esse aqui é melhor que o outro. Mas e aí, Júnior? Como é que você tá, mano?
But luckily, a barn materialized as if right before my eyes. I scrambled up top to get a better view. But just ended up falling inside.
So, how did you get out?
The barn doors was open. About right then, I saw some suspicious characters running for the bushes. Of course, I followed them. But that goddamn swamp was like a goddamn maze, and pretty soon I had no goddamn idea where I was.
Eu ia roncando.
Steve? So I just started walking, and pretty soon...
Oh,
Steve. Steve.
huh? Oh, no, I'm listening.
Indians surrounded me from all sides.
Indians?
There were Indians.
No. I just wanted to make sure Steve was paying attention. Now, where was I?
You were following the Daltons through a swamp?
That's right. See, Steve? Dwight's paying attention.
No, I'm listening. I was just resting my eyes.
So, where was I?
The Daltons.
Right. See, there's a reason so many outlaw gangs are made up of brothers. Being a brother is a very sacred thing. It's a bond like no other.
Bounty hunters! Stop that, son bitch!
So did you ever find the damn Daltons?
Not yet. But I did find a few of their cousins. You Kansans breed like rabbits. More Smiths or Heimhoffers or
Tá,
who
pô,
knows
jogaram
what.
uma TNT bem em cima de mim, velho.
Bounty hunters! Stop that, son bitch!
But hell, what's more important than family? I bet Ben knows what I'm talking about.
Bury him in the swamp! He's tearing right through us! Somebody kill that son-bitch! We're losing too many men! That beat us off! Kill that goddamn bounty hunter! Kill Greaves! God damn you, Greaves! Now you're in trouble. You gonna need a cannon. Oh, now what? You can't get me. What are you gonna do? Ain't bothering me none. Death is too good for 'em. Keep shooting. I don't mind. Away from your bullets.
this.
We'll have to do everything.
I'm ending you. Hell's a coming. Oh! Die!
I knew those Dalton boys were out there somewhere, standing together against anyone who would threaten them.
Ainda bem que nesse pântano não tem jacaré.
And that's when I saw it. A goddamn steamboat.
A steamboat in a swamp?
Yeah, Steve, but this wasn't much more than a wreck, really.
But how'd a damn steamboat end up in the swamps?
Guess it floated off during the flood of '89.
Now, was it a stern wheeler or a side wheeler?
What? Does that really make a difference, Steve? It was a steamboat with a goddamn army on board. It was then that a fusillade of bullets come raining down from on high, and those vigilantes who accompanied me weren't anywhere to be found. But among those men that were shooting at me, I thought I saw some familiar faces.
Caraca, velho, não tem onde se esconder. Eu fico totalmente espaço aberto aqui.
Kill that stupid son of a bitch!
Com a giratória ali.
I'm ending you!
Somewhere up there, the Daltons were waiting on me.
Sounds like you don't give up too easy.
That's the kind of man I am, Ben. I set out to do something, I'd do it. Surrender just ain't in my nature. Plus, I'm stubborn as hell.
Simbora. Droga. Morri por vacilo, velho. Fui afobado demais. Fui afobado, fui afobado.
Right about then, much to my relief, the vigilantes finally arrived. Their leader motioned at a cabin in the middle of the top deck, pointing me directly at the Daltons. I finally had them, after months of dogged pursuit.
Olhando para a bunda do carinha, pensando em atos libidinosos nessa safada. Jamais.
But it turned out that they had me.
Take him out!
Fui
I'm
traído.
sending you to hell!
Fui traído ludibriado.
The Daltons had played me
Not
like
so
a
tough after
fiddle.
all, is it?
Apparently, the vigilantes were on their damn payroll. They didn't just want to shoot me. They wanted to burn me alive. But finding my way out of a burning labyrinth proved to be quite a challenge.
It was a riverboat, right? I mean, it's not like it was a goddamn ocean liner.
Well, yeah, but I was in a
Did you
fight.
hear about that ship that's gonna launch next year? Largest one in the world.
You're
well-
talking about the Titanic. If you ask me, it's too blessed big. I don't think it'll even float.
So anyway,
Don't be stupid, Steve. They know what they're doing. They say that the Titanic is unsinkable.
oh God,
But getting back to that steamboat, how'd you get off it, Mr. Greaves?
I took in a lot of smoke that day, so I admit my recollection might be a bit hazy. But somehow I managed to finally disembark. I was coughing up smoke and pretty damn pissed. I was done playing games with those boys.
Oxi, não é aqui a saída? Entendi.
But finding my way out of a burning labyrinth proved to be quite a challenge.
It was a riverboat, right? I mean, it's not like it was a goddamn ocean liner.
Well, yeah, but I was in a
Did you
fight.
hear about that ship that's gonna launch next year? Largest one in the world.
You're
what I'm-
talking about the Titanic. If you ask me, it's too blessed big. I don't think it'll even float.
So anyway,
Don't be stupid, Steve. They know what they're doing. They say that the Titanic is unsinkable.
oh God,
But getting back to that steamboat, how'd you get off it, Mr. Greaves?
I took in a lot of smoke that day, so I admit my recollection might be a bit hazy. But somehow I managed to finally disembark. I was coughing up smoke and pretty damn pissed. I was done playing games with those boys. It was time to settle this once and for all.
Eu te juro, Fábio, se um dia a gente tivesse uma situação dessa e você fizesse isso comigo e eu saísse comendo seu bumbum, não ia ser perdoado, tá? Que isso, mano? Lá ele. Lá ele.
Bob and Grat weren't about to come at me one at a time. They were in this together. Two brothers side by side,
Não, dois
determined
não,
to take
velho.
me
Isso aqui é
down.
osso, velho.
Confident that this time the odds were on their side.
Isso aqui é osso, velho, porque dois é foda.
They got it
Levei os
wrong.
dois.
A sad end for those two. If they'd only known that Emmett was still alive despite his wounds.
Levei os dois.
Paroled 14 years later. He moved to California and sold real estate and lived off the legend of that fateful day. And the tragic death of his two brothers.
Só que eles foram mortos sem honra. Eu esperei o batimento terminar pra sacar.
My own brothers died tragically as well, truth be told.
Velho Juarez, 1868. Deve ser o último episódio agora. Pesado.
It was 1868, and me and my older brothers were pulling a tidy profit running cattle into Juarez, Mexico. One night after my brothers retired for the evening, I found a little poker game in a cantina with a couple of cowboys. And I just couldn't lose. I even won an old Spanish coin that had to be 100 years old. Well, I was mighty pleased with myself the next morning as my brothers and I rode for Texas. But before we crossed the border, those cowboys caught up with us. It was Johnny Ringo, Roscoe Bob Bryant, and another asshole named Jim. They wanted their money back and everything else we had, including our lives, as those boys didn't want us coming for them later. Bob put that old Spanish coin in my mouth and said, "I won't have it said that I left you with nothing, boy." Well, those horses bolted, and there we hung as those bastards rode away. The branch finally snapped under the weight of the three of us, but being my older brothers were bigger and heavier, they were already dead. And right then I swore to myself that I would avenge them. Ringo you know about. But Bob eluded me, until I heard he was riding with the Wild Bunch.
E agora que começa a ficar interessante a história. Liderado por Butch Cassidy e Sundas Kid, o bando selvagem era o bando de fora da lei mais famoso do Oeste. Você tem um papel higiênico aí porque você tá todo cagado depois disso.
I'd been on their trail for months, ever since they left their hideout in the Bighorn Mountains.
Bom, galera, eu vou ficando por
Led
aqui.
by Butch Cassidy. They were a loose association of outlaws who robbed banks and trains from Colorado to Montana. Among them was the Sundance Kid, and that murderous hombre I was tracking, Roscoe Bob Bryant.
Were you a part of that giant Pinkerton posse after the Wild Bunch?
No, boy. A circus like that would have slowed me down. Besides, I wanted Bryant all to myself. I'd heard about a large shipment of gold being transported to Wilcox, Wyoming on the Overland Flyer. I figured the Wild Bunch would likely hit such a treasure, and by God, I figured right.
Bom, galera, eu vou ficando por aqui. Espero que vocês tenham gostado da live. Se gostou, não esqueça de deixar o like, se inscrever no canal, compartilhar com seus amigos. Aí você me chama lá no privado pra gente resolver um negocinho lá. Beleza, mano? Tamo junto, até a próxima live. Valeu, falou, e eu fui. Valeu, Júnior, pela presença, mano.